Hi guys, just a video of a Renault Fuego turbo I acquired about 12 months ago. I noticed there aren't too many videos on YouTube, so I thought I'd take the opportunity to upload one. These are getting pretty rare now. As you can see, very similar looking car to the 2-litre GTX. I bought this one about 12 months ago. This one's originally from New Zealand. Got shipped over not long before that. As you can see, the similarities very much the same as the 2-litre GTX. Probably the main difference being just the decals, I guess. Turbo decal on the front. Turbo decals on the side, pretty loud. Pretty typical of the period, being the 80s, I guess. Got turbo decal side. And a big loud one on the rear windscreen. Beginning to fade now, this car's over 25 years old, so getting on. Other differences with this car is it's got the metric rims. I think that's what it is, the metric rims. So they're actually the original alloy wheels, being a BBS alloy wheel, factory alloy. So they're still capable of putting an aftermarket tyre on, as opposed to the GTX, which had the Imperials, which meant you had to throw them away nowadays because you can't get those rims. The other thing being, this being the rear rim, as you can see, discs on the rear. Electric mirrors. Mirrors themselves are slightly thicker to house the electricals of the mirror. This one, for some reason, all the glasses have been coated with the engine chassis number, or the last couple of digits at least. I've got some original roof racks on it, suit the Fuego and the bike rack. Going interior, very much the same as the GTX interior. Just a slightly different trim pattern, slightly thicker trim. Interior in this is pretty good. Coming from New Zealand, it might have preserved a little bit better with the climate there. As you can see, I've got a GTX seat in there at the moment because the other one's got a bit of wear and tear on it. So I'm just getting that reupholstered. This car's done with 200 miles now, 200,000 miles I should say. Some of the other differences with the interior on the Fuego turbo, as you can see, just an electric mirror switch there to adjust the mirrors. This being a New Zealand model. As you can see, the speedo is slightly different. We've got the miles on the outside. Sorry, corrected. Kilometres on the outside, miles on the inside. This one's done 196,000 miles. But apart from that, very much the same sort of speedo reading. Factory radio. I'll probably leave it that way too, and as you can see, the other difference is obviously we've got the turbo gauge there. It's a very basic computer for the 80s. Basically just gives you time, temperature and other things that I'm not sure whether they work that well. The other thing it's got at the moment is an old radar detector. Don't think that really works. I'll pop the bonnet. So this has got the Renault A5L engine in it, which is a 1.6, or more specifically from memory, I think it's a 1567cc engine. I'm not sure what type of carb he is, but it's a double barrel carby manual choke. So there's turbo there, Garrett T3 turbo. Similar tone heater system effectively. Also comes with a factory intercooler. It's a bit hard to see. This one doesn't come with air conditioning, it's just a no air conditioning, and the actual radiator itself is quite a bit smaller. Goes from here just through to here, so quite a bit smaller. Considering it's selling close to 300,000 k or 195,000 miles, it's actually in pretty good condition. Very little rust. I've just got a couple of minor things I need to do to it. Just got to get a new silver grille. I'm just about had it. But I'm going to put it on club plates, I think. It's just becoming too much of a headache to actually get it registered. There's an engineer's certificate and the like. New Pirelli tyres. As you can see, like I said, pretty tidy on the inside too. Anyway, there you have it. 1985 Fuego Turbo. Hope you've enjoyed.